It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. No, I messed it up.
Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming you guys with a pro to the commentary. Today we're casting GEST winner bracket final between MithTrust and Mineski. And joining me alongside, of course, as always, B-Balling773.
As always.
As always.
I think we're starting to get into that committed relationship. When are you gonna propose, man? I'm waiting.
In due time.
It's today, dude.
In due time. It depends how you do this game.
Okay.
No pressure.
It's gonna be all right. Now, of course, I'm just like I feel like I'm under a microscope now.
You always are, man. Anyways, I'm pausing in 3, 2, 1, go. You actually casted some recent Mineski games from GST, right? Actually, you've been casting quite a bit of Mineski games.
Yeah, just put up one against Invasion Red, and they played a very similar lineup. They played a really aggressive, gag-heavy lineup with not very much team fight, and they made it very exciting, and it's a very good game. So yeah, so shameless self-promotion. God, iteration is sometimes hard, but meanwhile, MithTrust, they're a different beast altogether.
Yeah, MithTrust, they always like to play a couple of hard carries. Of course, Lekez, who is playing Beastmaster Ollie today, is not playing carry. Generally, they're very famous for Morphling strats, and Syllabear strats are pretty famous for that as well. So it's going to be Syllabear, Beastmaster, Invoker, Crystal Maiden, and Venomancer, which, by the way, I'm not really pausing. Just letting them walk in the lane, and that's generally enough time for us to talk about this pick bands. None of these heroes are too surprising.
My favorite moments is when we just ramble on, or I ramble on and you humor me for a good 5 minutes.
Right now, that's fine. That's fine. I'll humor you for the rest of the game as they're seeing them run into the lanes and whatever else. One thing I want to point out though, seems like we're gonna see a little bit of double roaming as you see the supports. Crystal Maiden have wards excuse me, not wards, smokes and Vengeful Spirit. Seems like she does as well.
And I think another thing we have to point out is that Vengeful Spirit's name is in fact 820, so this might give the Vengeful Spirit like an innate super boost in her
lightning fast swap reflexes. That's what we're gonna expect. If anything aside from that, then that's not 820. Anyways, seems like we're gonna have a...
do you like it lightning fast? I thought you like to take it slow and steady, to be quite honest.
Well, for some things. With B-Balling is always slow and steady for some other stuff, you know.
I see how it is.
Anyways, we have a Sanking solo mid. We don't see this too often. He's going to run into a Beastmaster. Being a Winner's top solo, very standard there. Invoker is going to be in his way. In fact, he has a Blaze of Attack first. We've been seeing more and more of that lately. Simply the +9 damage early on. And of course, you don't really need the regen because you have Quas regen, which is 3 HP per second. That's pretty broken, actually.
Right, and I think an interesting to note is how the Beastmaster we played, because he's sort of trending down a little bit in Dota 1, and then he's trending back up just in the past couple of games I've seen. But they seem to be following the Chinese build to a certain degree. They level up Inner Beast to level 2, and then they max Call of the Wild after that with the axes. Actually, they put like 1 point into Call of the Wild, or 1 point into axes and then 2 points into Call of Wild. So we'll see how this goes, because I'm personally not a huge fan of leveling up Inner Beast if you're not against a heavy duty pusher. But Sand King, he can do that if he levels up Caustic Finale. So it'll be interesting to see as he's being ganked in the Midnight Frostbite, followed by Gale, and unfortunately Sand King is going to be the first one to fall. Didn't level up Sandstorm, did not save his skill point. But it looks like the Venomancer is prepared anyway with Sentry Ward, so...
No, he
did.
Start. Yeah, on the bot lane, though, we have Syllabear being ganked upon. He's going to go down to a couple of right clicks as well. Very nicely done. As I was showing on the screen earlier, he did a very, very long and methodical pull, using his Spirit Bear to pull the creep wave towards him. But good job by the Mineski guys. They're hiding over here in this corner of the forest. Came out ganking, and Syllabear, yeah, he got the creeps near his tower, but unfortunately, he paid with it with his life.
Windrunner on the top lane being ganked with a Venomous Gale and a couple of right clicks, one more hit, Venvoker, and he's gonna die to the poison.
That is a mistake, because you could use your salve even though you're taking 10 damage per second. Salve only cancel if you're taking 20 or more damage per second, so should have watched some DWS and get that mech up, man.
Well, she is gonna go for mech. That's what Windrunners do.
There you go.
Yeah, she's gonna get that mech up.
The wrong kind of mech. And fed the kill there. So it is 1-2 so far. 2 minutes in the game. Both teams coming out shooting. And it is going to be that Inner Beast Aura build that you were mentioning before. Inner Beast at level 1 right now. He does have that magic bottle, has went for it early on, and we'll be spamming those axes to get the wave pushed, and of course get those runes going in. Looks like we're gonna have yet another gank coming their way. Venomancer coming from the north side. He's gonna burrow strike and go to the right because he does see Crystal Maiden coming in from the left, and I think that's gonna put who's playing this, OWA? I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Isn't there like Misha? Isn't that Mineski player? That might be Misha. I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Just like everything is just, we don't even have time to look at the hero names in a lot of Mineski games because there's usually so much action.
Right.
But only three kills 3 minutes in. Everything is not exploding. I'm a little bit sad right now.
Well, I'm sure they'll pick up in just a bit. Nothing too out of the ordinary in terms of skill build or item build for all the players here. Invoker, of course, going to be going for that the face boot. He's going to pick up boots of speed right now. Back in the mid lane here. Of course, with the illusion runes being able to control the lane a little bit, just as I say that. The Beastmaster is going to chop him up with some axes, and he's yeah. It's interesting that he wasn't able to get the rune early on, even though he had supports ganking him. And we were talking about how the Radiant, or excuse me, the Sentinel support were doing a little bit of roam early on. They so far haven't done any of it, and Vengeful Spirit is just holding onto that smoke and not doing too much.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused because I would have liked to see Vengeful Spirit roam a lot more because Shadow Demon is one of those heroes who desperately needs experience, much like an Ancient Apparition. And I really don't like seeing either of those two heroes in a tri-lane, but looks like the two tri-lanes have met up and they might come into immediate mortal combat as the Silver gets disrupted. Sara is getting positioned for the crush. Unfortunately, Soul Catcher hit the Crystal Main instead, but looks like they will be able to pick up the Silver regardless, and they might
finish him.
Crystal Main. Fatality.
And they're gonna get one kill. The fight's not over yet. Vengeful Spirit half HP. Unfortunately, they are cooling down from the first barrage of spells, and everyone's gonna back off for now. Of course, when the two tri-lanes meet up, the tri-lane with more stuns. Oh, didn't see what happened. Just saw Sand King died.
Well, everything's dying as is to be expected, but most importantly, Beastmaster was not level 6. He just turned level 6 right now, so didn't use a roar. Meanwhile, Invoker gets a kill on the Windrunner. This is the type of things we like to see when you watch a Southeast Asian game. Just constant action. Of course, you guys can only see like half of the kills because it can't be everywhere at once. It looks like another dive going to go on for the Crystal Main. The crushing manages to get the Crystal Main, and the Shadow Demon picks up a last hit on the killing spree already. Going to get himself a lot of early gold, and that'll be extremely beneficial. As it looks like the Vengeful Spirit.
So this Vengeful Spirit being mad boss right now, gonna go for a kill. Maybe he's gonna get it on the Venomancer. Venomancer gonna juke in the trees, and I think that might be a war trap. But wow, a tear for the finish. But I think he is gonna feed the kill. Oh, if Crystal Maiden don't scare. Try to jacket. Scourge got the kill, and looks like the Beastmaster was in position as well. Has a Smoke of Deceit on him. He could pop the region of smoke and go for a mega gank. In fact, he's gonna go back to the mid lane. And not much work done. It is 4-5, 5 minutes in, and the action that you were asking for is picking up. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, wow, Cold Snap has a couple of right click. It's going to do the job. I'm pretty sure he had Tornado, or he used Tornado earlier. He had a case, got the kill on the Windrunner, and this is 4-6 in favor of MithTrust.
Right, but I think one thing to note, as I go very scientific on you, I go into the John Barry mode for NBA, is that Mineski heroes, they don't need as much experience as desperately as the Scourge heroes, especially a hero like Silver who's been being pressured so heavily. And meanwhile, Slaughter hasn't died, has not picked up any kills. I thought he picked up at least one, but he's been getting a lot of assist gold, and meanwhile has 20 creeps, so he's farming quite well. And Sand King, although he has been dying, he's still getting experience. And we saw in the last game you casted on your channel that, you know, even bootsless Sand Kings have their moments in the sun.
Yeah, in fact, this is a more of a farming Sand King as he's taking the solo mid position, unlike the support Sand King we saw. So he's going to get his level and item very, very quick. He is bottle crawling, so he doesn't need to leave the lane, and that's more experience that he is getting that the Beastmaster is not getting. The Beastmaster is going to go top and find an invisibility rune. Looks like he is going to be using it against the Windrunner. I do believe the Windrunner is dead, and you see Invoker already moving rapidly with that Phase Boot. And yeah, here comes this Beastmaster. He's going to get a roar off, and a couple of right clicks going to do the job. Let's see if they can bait out the Windrunner first. There is a roar, and a couple of right clicks should do that. They have Tornado sent in there, and she is dead as we see a killing spree up on Invoker. Now you are right that they're going to need quite a bit of EXP, but if they're going to get so many kills along the way, that EXP is going to be very bountiful for that Invoker at least.
Right, and especially high impact mid game heroes like the Beastmaster, like the Invoker, they can hold their own on 4-on-5 team clashes and let the Silver farm up. So it's not hugely terrible if the Silver doesn't do too well in the early game, because he will have his time to farm in the lane or in the jungle. But they really want to get, ideally, the fast. I think the ideal relic time is 20 to 23 minutes, or up to 25 minutes at probably the latest in order to be truly effective, because you do want to start taking up after that point. And yes, 23 is just an arbitrary number that I made up. Don't judge me.
Sounds just about right, especially, or at least compared to most of the pro gamers when they pick it up. But unfortunately, I don't think 23-minute Relic is going to be it here for the Syllabere, as he's only got, what, 14, 15 creep kills here in 7.5 minutes. It's not going to cut it. In fact, they're not getting too many kills in this lane either, so he doesn't really have that to make it up. So he's really got to look towards his teammates to get them that level advantage and perhaps some a little bit of gold advantage by pushing up a couple of towers and helping him out. On top lane, a little bit of engagement as Winran gets forced to pop, and here comes a tornado, a couple of cold snap, and I do believe that Winran is going to eventually get right click off. She's just completely getting outspeed, and that EMP going to make sure that she's one hit away. Dominating streak here on the Invoker, as he was able to pick up some solo kills on that Winran, and it's just not going good for Mineski on that top lane.
Did you see how Invoker played? He literally walked up right next to Windrunner and then started attacking him. And then I think Windrunner was a little bit scared. Is he juking? Is there an ally really near me? Is there not? I'm not really too sure what to do, but he can't solo kill me. And then he got a couple hits in and then threw down the tornado. And then Windrunner was like, oh crap, I'm in a lot of trouble. And by then it was too little too late. As looks like, just judging the overall support levels, 4 on both the Vengeful Spirit and the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, 5 on that Shadow Demon. Let's check out that Vengeful Spirit very quickly. 5 as well. And Shadow Demon is crucially almost level 6, and that is his moment to shine. And meanwhile, Starter farming decently. But Beastmaster and Invoker, like I said earlier, they are playing quite well, and they really need to stabilize the mid game in order for Syllabere and Venommaster to pick up those crucial levels. I feel like it's just going to come down to a battle of levels.
Yep. And I think you're going to be right. Both teams quite level dependent.
I'm always right.
Sorry for being redundant, my bad. But yeah, both teams quite level dependent. MithTrust a little bit more so, and they are going to set up a gank on the top lane. The question is, will Invoker have that Ghost Walk ready? He is level 9, very tanky in that regard as well. Bracer is up, but if they could get a couple of chains done on him, that's going to be it. Unfortunately, though, they don't have the best initiation range. I do believe Shackle Shot is the best range, but if he's going to dump spells like these, oh, he's going to drain all of Winran's mana, so he doesn't have to worry too much about that. Look at how quick he is moving. And I do believe we had a gank on the bot lane. I guess no one really died.
No, looks like the MithTrust team devoted 4 heroes to bot lane. Shadow was just like, alright, I'm just going to pull.
Right.
And not give a crap as Starter transitioned to the mid lane. So a lot of experience being lost. And meanwhile, Windrunner just having a miserable time. Already 0-5. Really?
Yep, she's
wow,
0-5. Out of the 8 kills, she died 5 times. That's going to delay everything else that she's going to be getting.
Yeah, so much for the mech. God, really needs to get on that mech, like you said.
Yeah, man, DWS is what I'm calling about. It looks like the 3 gankers on the Scourge is going to be coming on the bot lane. The question is, will they find it? They're going to find a Crow, maybe kill that one. It's worth a roar. Yeah, they are going to kill it. Unfortunately, this is 6.73C. They were rewarded with 150 gold each. That's really good, actually. That's like, a little bit worse than a tower. But they are, it's not going to really hurt them too much. They lost a bottle in it. So.
And the roar might not have even been necessary because they ain't no shield.
Right.
So I'm going to see, well, I mean, Beastmaster does have a short cooldown, but that will buy, heroes like the Slardar, the Shadow Demon, a little bit of time. They don't have to worry about too much in terms of ganks by that Beastmaster, and he's just going to chill for a bit. He has a Crow himself.
Yep, so they're not really dying for that Crow, so. But anyways, I want to really talk about this.
There's a Crow on the Crow, Crowception.
Really want to talk about this top lane for a bit and talk about why bottle crawling might not be the best strategy in this case. When you're really down behind, I don't think bottle crawling, which provides you constant regen, is the way to go about it, because Invoker, the way that he's killing the Windrunner is just kill him from full HP down to death. Here we go. Here we're gonna see it once again. He's basically gonna wait for the Windrunner and then drops the tornado, and a couple more hits gonna do it. Crystal Maiden's gonna grab that kill. But yeah, it doesn't help you if you need regen. In fact, you just need raw HP, and because she's not getting that, she's gonna get picked off very, very easily. As we see it once again.
Bottom lane, Sand King channeled the full duration of his ultimate, managed to slow down the Silver, get a kill on the Venommancer. I don't know if you caught that. I'm just gonna talk over you, as is the case for most of our casts.
You could assume that I didn't catch it. Now the Beastmaster in a little bit of trouble, gonna drop the axes and dodges the stun nicely as well. And the question is, does he have Roar? He uses the Roar for Revenge, and that's slow from the push. Very nice, pushing the Shadow Demon back. Can he make it out alive? Yes, he can. It looks like Sand King very clutch TP. It's gonna bring himself out there as well. That was so clutch. That it ain't LeBron in the 4th quarter, but they're still chasing right here. Axes have some range, and just a little bit too short.
Look at Luminous making American pop culture references
Yo,
as this is
Nebula
really
would not like
interesting.
this. Would not like this cast.
This is really interesting. They're devoting a lot of attention to the Windrunner in terms of gank gear and providing a lot of attention to that bottom lane where there's Vengeful Spirit. But Sar's just been farming in the mid lane for the past 2 to 3 minutes solidly, and they're gonna have to be really worried about the Sard because the only person who can fight the Silver in the late game is gonna be that Sar. So Windrunner is a hero who's gonna get farmed regardless, I think.
I'm actually going to disagree. I feel like the Scourge lineup is really well prepared for the Slaughter. It doesn't matter if he has BKB or not, because you know the Beastmaster Roar can really disable him. And also, with the Entangle, you could really mess him up as well. So we got top lane gank coming on. No bite here from the Crystal Maiden. Very interesting. If she bit here, the Woman's going to take the MP for a little bit extra damage. Maybe she was a little bit out of the Frostbite range. Maybe that's it.
She didn't bite on that bite.
No. What? Me on the top lane here, Shadow Demon looking for a gank. Crow just flying absolutely everywhere. Invoker gonna pick up a 4-step right here, yes, and that's gonna be absolutely very useful against you know, the Purge from the Shadow Demon, against the high chasing mobility of that Slaughter, which by the way, they are all chasing in 4v2. A teleportation scroll comes right in. Looks like Vengeful Spirit's gonna get picked up before anything happens. Great move coming in from the Scourge. It's gonna be suddenly turning into a 3v3 Slaughter. It's gonna be fine. Are they gonna chase with that 4-step? That is the question. No, they're gonna back off. So very nice CTP by the Venom. They didn't even need a Venom. They just got the kill and chased everyone back. Strong play.
I'm going to have to disagree with your disagreement, my friend. As I think Slaughter's amplified damage, one of the innate powers of Silver is that he's ridiculously tanky, and having a good level Slaughter, having a naturally tanky Slaughter who can just roam through, you know, magical damage and invokers, and only gets really worried about that Roar, can just tank up so much damage and then drop the amp on the Silver as he's going to get nuked down by the Venomous Scale. The axe is completely whiffed, so Beastmaster isn't allowed. 12 Purge goes down Beastmaster and starts going in position, gets the crush off, and an amplified damage is cast. Invoker drops a beautiful tornado, but Vengeful Spirit is like, nah bro, I got this.
That was
but anyway,
that was like
good against bears.
Watching the game like 2 seconds ahead, because everything you said and right after you said it happened. It was actually pretty cool. Invoker picks up.
I'm slowing down every other second, literally.
Yo man, my computer's spiking hardcore. But it looks like the gank is coming on the bot lane. The question is, does Sand King realize what's going on? He's gonna Burrow Strike all to the right. He does have a teleport scroll, but you can guess that. Oh, look at that 4-staff. Tornado, come on. Give me any spell. One spell. Sentry Ward's drop. They do see him, and that's Sand King. He be dead. Oh, maybe. Where the hell? Poison. Cool stuff.
No, not poison. Entangle damage.
Oh, nice.
As Silver managed to pick off that kill.
It made no sense how he burrowed away from the Entangle and the Entangle still killed him, but when does Dota ever make sense? Me on the top lane here. Excuse me, Windrunner pushing that one up. I'm gonna just to save you face, right? I'm gonna agree sort of with your disagreement on my disagreement. And that's because, yeah, Slaughter, he can run in and he will do quite a bit of damage, and even if he gets nuked down by Roar and then Syllabear and whatever else, he's going to be a very, very good setup for that Crix as he comes in with his ultimate. So Purge goes off on the Beastmaster. There's a 4-staff and a Roar, and the Slaughter gets swapped out, but the Axis will find him. The question is, with the Tornado cooldown in time, they're going to do some very nice blocking on the Venge. Venge is going to be dead, but look at what she's doing. Buying Sentry Ward before dying. That is a mark of a good support play.
That is a mark of 820, trying to live up to her namesake.
Yo, man, that was a very good swap as well, saving that Slaughter.
Dang. I guess the legacy of 820 will never die, truly. As looks like Silver has 50 CS, but gets Burrow Strike, Shackle Shot, Epicenter, and he did.
He's gonna be dead. Crystal Maiden TP's in the wall, taking quite a bit of damage. Question is, will they get the Sand King? I think they will, and we'll try to get the deny off. Unfortunately, Windrunner's not gonna do so. Careful of the Shackle Shot. Windrunner, well, Nova's gonna get dropped off, so there's gonna be a bite. Windrunner's pop off the Windrun. Shackle Shot, latch on the tree, Power Shot, and Crystal Maiden gets picked off as well. Good play here by Jay, but I think he's gonna eventually get brought off. But I think that was a great trade. You got a kill here against the Syllabear. They drew like 3 teleport scrolls, and they got another kill here before the Windrunner died. So I think that was a very, very good trade. Back in the mid lane here, Beastmaster getting a push going on. A single teleportation coming. That is the Shadow Demon. There's a disrupt. The question is, will he get the deny? Yes, he will. Great play from both teams. Mineski outplaying MithTrust for a bit, but they are down by 6 kills still.
Right. I think, what do I think? I was about to say, I thought Jay was being a little bit over-aggressive, but then he picked up a kill. But I was like, oh, Jay, you've been dying so much, you really don't want to die now. But he managed to pick himself up a kill. It's not like he has too much gold to work with anyway. But the Sand King dropping epicenters on the Syllabear whenever he can. Like, that's the second epicenter he's dropped purely for that Syllabear. So they are just keeping down the Syllabear. And, you know, Bears, they're just not having a good time being hunted in the wild by Sand Kings and Slardars everywhere. You just gotta set up a conservation unit as Crystal Maiden and Beastmaster smoke up, pop the double damage, and they're gonna farm probably.
Maybe farming on some heroes, as they might see the Vengeful Spirit coming across with the help with that Hawk. They will see, yeah, she's dead. And a couple,
She did.
She did. A couple axes, a couple right clicks, they will get the kill. Laquez picks that one up. And it looks like Laquez is going to be going for the Necro Book. Of course, Beastmaster is a very standard buyer of the Necro Book, so it shouldn't be too bad. As we see the Glyph being forced to pop on the top lane, maybe trying to defend that single teleportation coming in. That is a Silver, I presume. No, that is Invoker. Maybe he's going to get a kill on the Windrunner. Nope. Going to be turned back. Some key items being made, of course, is that Force Staff being finished for a long time. Invoker looks like he is going to be going for an Orchid. It's a very interesting choice. Of course, the Slardar does have that Vanguard finish. Arcane Boots up on Sand King and Earn up on Shadow Demon. Not too many item progression here from Scourge. Crystal Maiden trying
Silver does have 2,500 gold, so he might in fact get that 25.
Oh, actually, that's pretty impressive.
23-minute relic. And they've only picked off one tower and it was denied.
Right.
So he's doing his best. He's just being constantly harassed. And unfortunately, he's not going to be very tanky, but you can pick that up once you pick up the Radiance and farm. It looks like they might transition to a top push as that tower is below half HP. And looks like the Sentinels, they smoked up Sand King, the Shadow Demon, and the Vengeful Spirit all smoked up. They want to try to get a gank on that Beastmaster, but maybe they're just going to try to push the bot lane and take a tower trade. I'm not too sure.
I think once they see the three or four guys on the top, maybe they are going to transition to a push after a gank, of course. Because there's not going to be too much they're going to defend the top unless they glyph and all TP, but the time for that has passed. Beastmaster runs right in, swab a couple of stun, and they're going to get a kill. Immediate TP comes in. Whoever TPing might be in trouble. It is a Crystal Maiden. She gets disrupted, and here we go. They're going to get nuked down to death. There's a Purge and a couple of stuns, and here comes another guy TPing, but the Epicenter being channeled right there. Venomancer, drop off your ult before you die. EMP Tornado gets dropped off, and there's a Gale. There's the ultimate. Venomancer's going to pay with it with this live. Double kill going to RR so far. Invoker is going to pick up one kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Yep, not before he gets stunned up here. But I don't think that's the best of trade. The fight is not over yet. Sand King's still in position. Maybe Silver is going to get entangled on the Shadow Demon. He's not going to do so. Sand King's going to get the hell out before that tornado cools down. And I think that's going to be it. Who came out ahead of that trade? That was really 1 for 3, right?
Right, really poor teleportations. They just TP'd one after another. Sand King channels his TP. Venomancer pops in, and although like 2 or 3 pulses were wasted, like he still took 4 or 5 pulses of that Epicenter, so not the best coordination by MithTrust, and that's some of the coordination they are known for. They are known for being very nice team fight teams. As looks like Jay just trying to recuperate himself, trying to get himself back in the game, might be able to put up some pressure on this tower, but I think what's more important is that Silver is being ganked by the Slardar, gets a crush off, Purge is going to go down on him, and RR, support Shadow Demon, unstoppable. Dang.
That just shows you the importance of wards, as they definitely saw the Silver walking with that ward. Tornado is going to hit on Slardar, but he will have sprint, so good luck catching him down. Yeah, in fact, he's not even using it right now. He's going to walk out, but there's a cold snap, and the creeps are on him right now. Shadow Demon in position. I think he might be the sacrificial lamp. No, they're not going to chase. Very interesting, as he immediately TPs out. And I feel like
that was a crucial death on the Silver. He was well over 3k gold, but now he's back down to the 3k mark. Yep. And he's lost 690 gold, and he's might still be able to pick up a 23-minute Radiance, but at this point, I think Sentinel Heroes might be getting a little tanky, but the ideal point of Silver getting the Radiance is that when you pick it up, you push towers. You get at least 2 in order for that to be truly successful, in my opinion. But of course, that does rely on the Sentinel team not being as tanky. That relies on Silver having maybe like 1 tank item. I'm not too sure how you judge. What's your benchmark on Silver picking up Radiance? Like, when he picks up Radiance, what is he supposed to do? Get 2 towers?
Well, I'm a really big fan of just taking the Radiance and just literally go finish the game at that point, because you're just so much stronger than everyone else. You know, the supports are probably like level 8 or 9. But in this game, I don't think you could do that, because you're getting so many ganks on him. The supports are getting levels from that. And I always say this about Radiance carry. One of the big thing you want to watch for is, can that Radiance at 40 damage per second be enough to really chase away supports? And if the answer is no, then your Radiance is probably not that effective. And I think that's what we're going to see from this game. He is going to pick up the Radiance, but the question is, I don't think they could be too offensive with that one. I think he's going to just keep on farming, and that's not the ideal thing you want to do.
Meanwhile, Slardar has already picked up his Blink Dagger, and looks like the Invoker going to go for Orchid. So I think I like this more than a Necro book because Beastmaster has already picked up Necro level 1, but he's going to be able to pick up relatively soon. But Orchid on Invoker, this is the new version, so Orchid is cheaper, but Orchid on a hero like Shadow Demon on Windrunner can be very, very important and cannot be underestimated in a team fight.
Looks like Gang is going to go on the top lane 4-staff, and she did. There's an EMP tornado in the air. She does have 4-staff and Windrunner herself. It's going to run all the way out. It's going to 4-staff and go for a TP. The question is, where is your Deafening Bass?
She did.
No.
I have to say she did.
No Deafening Bass from that noob Invoker. No, he's probably a lot better. Which, by the way, try ba. Should have had that.
You sound like a you sound like a stuttering sheep. That's basically all I can say.
Should have had that Deathling Blast, because you know she's going to go for that TP if she's running in that awkward angle, which, by the way, Necro Book 1 is up on the Beastmaster, and here comes the big gank. The question is, will they have the Blink Dagger on the Sand King? Yes, they do. And the fight is going to break out right here. There's the Epicenter being channeled. He's going to blink right in onto Hero. That Sand King is going to be dead. Of course, the Invoker is going to go right out, but the Sentry Warriors are looking for him. Oh, they did find him right now, and that's going to break him out. And no, he's going to rock right back in the Sentry Ward, gets lit up, and that's 2 kills. I think that they could go straight for a top push, or they could journey all the way down in the mid lane and go for a Roshan. In fact, women are doing a very good job destroying that tower as well. And the question is, what does Mineski want at this point? 15-17, this game is very even, but the momentum is all on Mineski's side.
Right, like I said earlier, Mineski, they don't care about the early game, or apparently they don't care about the late game either. But they just care about that heavy mid-game team fights, or not really team fights, just ganking you until you are forced to capitulate and just quit on life. As looks like Winter managed to pick up a solo kill on the Crystal Man, a little bit out of position, as Jay's been feeding, but has still managed to farm up before Staff was Wizardry. Meanwhile, it looks like Venomancer fed as well. Out of position all over the place by MithTrust.
Yeah, we're seeing a very poor string of out of position play from MithTrust. Generally, they're very beyond that, but for example, in that Crystal Maiden, she ran right into a tree. Crystal Maiden was frostbitten, but you can cast out a frostbite. I'm sure he knew that. He did not pop his buckler. Would have at least gave him a little bit of armor to tank a couple extra physical hits, and just got really fed off. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, despite all the depth, they're going to TP right in. Invoker is a high impact hero that we're talking about, that tornado. Wow, he's going to blink right in for a crush. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit is going to get picked off here by the board. No, he's going to Magic Wand, and I think it's going to swap out and a blink out. Wow, what a play. You guys saw that on the corner of the screen. Here comes Sand King, though. He is invis. Here comes a Crow trying to get some big. I do believe a single axe is going to get... No, not get dodged. Vengeful Spirit gets picked off. Here comes a Shadow Demon. And I think he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Mana Burn comes a little bit late, as they're going to get that kill there as well. Mineski pulling ahead, and this is an 18-18, very action-packed game. And here comes Slaughter going on the Crystal Maiden.
On whoever he wants, his Sand King channels his ultimate, and it's hitting the Crystal Maiden, and that's it. But it looks like the amplified damage is cast on the Invoker, so they can transition to killing him. Always a good transition to killing enemy heroes. But looks like Slaughter and Shadow Demon, or Slaughter is quite low HP, so they don't have that initiation. They only have that Sand King who only has 200 mana. How many times can I say only in a single thought?
Meanwhile,
but it looks like Shadow Demon being a monster kill doesn't have much items. Let's check out his gold really fast. 2,000 gold, and I think let's just check out his ward count really fast. He does have 6 wards, so he might go for an alternate orb, try to go for a hex. Who knows?
I think in this type of game, might be going, well, I was going to say maybe going Ghost Scepter in anticipation of the Silverbeard, but Silverbeard is so weak at this point, he doesn't really need to go that many items just for him anyways. I think drums would be really good, although Mineski is known to not really get drums or items or mecha. I was going to suggest a mecha, but they never get things like that. I think seeing that this is Mineski playing, they're going to go for a 4-staff. They love items that really give them that, the chasing ability to run. We just see Mineski, they just kind of dance in and out of team fight, and just makes their team fight so effective and make them so hard to kill. So I think that's the item he's going to be going for. And
although just in terms of overall late game, you do have to say Scourge has the advantage, but I'd be really surprised if Mineski, repeat the same mistake that they have been prone to do, as you hate on them so hard as I say the hateful comments. But looks like Invoker is very close to his Orchid, and Jay might be in a little bit of trouble. Has the haste rune, but cannot be too overconfident, as she does get EMP Tornado, and looks like the haste rune wore off, and the roar goes down. Jay did.
Jay He's always a little bit out of position. I feel like I've been watching him for a lot, you know, in Dota 1, Dota 2. He's always a little bit out of position, and that might have contributed to many of his deaths earlier. But also, he makes it up by, you know, pushing 2 mid tower early on when his team is engaging top, excuse me. And he's giving his team a little bit of more position on the map, giving his team a little bit more gold. And the question is whether we have that Radiance finish just yet on Silver. He does have only 200 gold. I see no relic on. No, sorry. I'm checking his hero. Of course he won't have.
He has Radiance on his
right.
hero.
What am I even saying? I'm like, he doesn't have anything on his hero. This looks really bad. But no, he does have this Radiance finish. And this is why
just like
haven't casted a Silver game for a long time, man.
Right, and this is like Silver is a really strong hero. He is probably a broken hero in the Chinese scene, but I think Mineski, they just know how to fight him. They just beat the crap out of the 4 of their teammates, and then they try to gank you as much as possible.
Well,
so I don't know if Silver is like the best pick against really aggressive teams.
Mineski is playing really well at this point here, but I feel like MithTrust is kind of putting on a silver platter just for them. You know, the guys who are really out of position. I know, but in the last game
that I casted, there was Silver in that game, and they just...
Whoa, you're gonna...
It's like the combination of 2 different teams.
You're gonna spoil all the...
Maybe if there's like a panda involved, you know, this would all be null and void.
You're gonna spoil all the 10,000 people that's gonna go to your video after watching this one.
I didn't say they lost. I didn't say they won. There was 3 carries on the other team, and it did go late. But looks like the Scourge are gonna take an Aegis for their troubles, as the Vengeful Spirit Roar was cast, and looks like a free Aegis gonna go up to MithTrust. That's gonna get them something. They're gonna give them a little bit of gold and get that Aegis on Silver, have Radiance,
maybe
and
not.
most importantly, Dias' Bear is just gonna stay in the fight for a long time.
Slaughter is sprinting in, but they are going to just pick it up. Maybe it's... No, Lungdru is going to pick that one up. I cannot believe they allowed this one to go, because Sentinel had the advantage. Slaughter was sprinting in. It was just a decision from the Sentinels. They're like, okay, well, we're not going to go for it. Maybe Winner was really high on the map, on the top. He was. You just have to force that, despite really going deep into enemy territory to farm. He does have another 1,200 gold in the bank. He is going to be going for a Yule Scepter. You can bet your money on that, because that's going to be more mobility. And of course another disable, which is going to be nice. Maybe putting the Beastmaster or the Invoker out of the fight, and then just focusing on the Silver down. Again, the lack of mecha, it is not surprising at all for him to not get the mecha. In fact, it's going to be a Necro book. What? Well, there is Ghost Walk, so I mean that's something for that. Mana Burn is going to be nice against Invoker.
But Shadow Demon has a gem. I guess he can't. Well, he has been surviving all of these fights, like. So I don't know if you can like count on him dying every fight. He's been keeping himself alive.
I like how it's just like, oh, you can bet on say Yule Scepter, and it's just like 2 seconds later. This is where I say
it's not like a bad item choice.
It makes very little sense. It makes very little sense.
Yeah. But it's not the best item choice, I guess. Yeah. As looks like Silver is getting progressively tankier, but can he survive this onslaught by the Blinking Slaughter, who casts a BKB, gets roared, but does not get...
Yo, you too fast. He is... Yep, BKB, EMP Tornado is going to send everyone back. As you see Slaughter HP at half, he does have the Vanguard helping out Beastmaster. He's going to get stunned up. Shackle Shot on 2 hero. Here comes Sand King. Everyone is dying. The Aegis is done. Beastmaster is done. Windrunner going for the Crystal Maiden. He's going to pick off the Crystal Maiden. There's a mecha, but a little bit too late. A swap out here. Definitely Blast pushes the Vengeful Spirit a little bit back. He's going to get picked off by the Radiance damage. It looks like Shadow Demon is going to pick off as well. Slaughter very low HP. He's going to run out. Sand King's very low as well. No, Shadow Demon is going to somehow survive. Why is no one chasing? Here comes the Invoker. He's got 1 kill. You got to be very careful. Wow, Tornado picks up Slaughter in the air. He's going to get picked off by 1 hit as well. And here comes MithTrust. They're right back in this game. They're going to bring down the bot tower as well. Windrunner, a little bit of trouble, and you got to be careful because Silver moves so fast. He's going to pick up another kill as well. Sand King comes in and try to do something, but with the Radiance on him, he cannot blink away. And the question is, why are they not pushing that bot tower just yet?
That was a beautiful bait by MithTrust. Like we said earlier, Mineski, they don't have the greatest teamfight left. They only really have the Sand King, and when Slaughter gets focused out as heavily as he did, I mean, Epicenter, a lot of the damage can be nullified if you spread out and just, you know, kite them. And Invoker is just proving his worth in these teamfights, just providing multiple tornadoes. I think he cast like 3, maybe. At least 2 in this team
Probably
fight.
2. 25-second cooldown, so definitely had time for 2. Maybe the last one as a chasing one. Looks like this little bear is going for a plate mail, and I gotta say, generally a very decent item choice in this game. I really disagree. I think, I mean, of course, plate mail is great, and if you're getting a plate mail, put it on your hero, which he is not doing so right now, because that M damage is going on you, so you need the armor. I feel like a pipe would just be crucial in this game. Epicenter just do so much damage, especially when the Acceptor is already up on the Sand King. Of course, he, they have, Magic Missile and all the other spells as well. Maybe he felt like he needed plate mail because there is Terror and amp damage, but still, I feel like getting a pipe for your team is just infinitely more helpful. And that team fight went really well for Mineski. It's not like they were whiffing their spell. Shackle Shot hit 2 hero, Epicenter was hitting 3 or 4. It just didn't go their way.
Right, and it looks like Invoker is probably going to go for a BKB, and let's see what goes through BKB. Just swap, and swap doesn't do damage. And since Mineski is initiating with the start of Blink Crush, I don't know if swap will be the greatest tool, but
well,
BKB Invoker is going to be quite devastating, I think.
Amp damage and right clicks, obviously. Purge will also go through, not the damage, just slow. So, I mean, if you could swap Amp and just right click him.
Oh. You just never put down an opportunity to make me look bad.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
I can make myself look bad without your help.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
They do have a couple of spells that would work. In fact, Focus Fire goes through as well, as we see Silver Beard.
Oh, yeah. Just choose like one of the most worthless ultimates in the game.
No,
just to prove rebound.
With amp damage, it does nice damage. I don't know why I ain't trolling. I'm just getting, pointing the facts out, and it looks like we are gonna see. Here's where Mineski starts to get a little bit in trouble. They control the early game and the mid game so well. They force you to have these running engagements where the team fights is all messy and spread out. QB balling some.
No, I'm too demoralized.
Okay. Well, the team fights all messy and spread out, and they usually take the advantage with their high mobility heroes, the Force Staff, the Blink Daggers, and whatever else.
You like taking advantage of high mobility heroes, don't you? But yeah.
Unfortunately, if MithTrust stays together, which they are sort of doing right now, then it's going to be very, very hard for Mineski to take the fight. As you saw in the last team fight, they kind of just got owned. So
why you hating on Mineski so hard as usual?
Because they got a Necrobook on a Windrunner, and despite me loving Necrobook, why no Mecha? Why no Pipe? Why no drums? Why no Aura item, Mineski?
Because they're team items and they have to make themselves look awesome.
There you go.
Looks like the eventual series is gonna go for Sage. That's a pretty boss item.
Yeah, man. Get that Maim instead of Mecha. Great choice. Here comes the obligatory Lumi hate Mineski rants, right? And here you go, initiation right on the Slaughter. Pops a BKB and just gets in Tango. Well, that was his 9-second BKB charge.
And now they can't fight for 85 seconds?
Yeah. Something like that, but seems like Surge is not really dying for a fight, and I really think that's the right move.
Well, maybe they're scared.
Maybe they are.
Because Sand King Epicenter is at its prime, and maybe they felt like, oh, we got lucky in that last team fight. I don't know what to say anymore.
Well, you could talk about what spells don't go through BKB.
So it's come to this. I think we're gonna break up.
No,
this
man.
has not been a very
Yo,
good
man,
matchup
I'm
today.
telling you, this game we're gonna see how you do, right?
Looks like the Scourge are all just gonna smoke up, and meanwhile, the Sentinel being best friends forever, unlike me and Luminous, their own, as they're sticking together.
Why no BFF?
They're gonna catch the Vengeful Spirit out. Gale's gonna be dropped. They're not gonna use the
Yo,
roar,
you're
which is a
so
nice
far
move.
ahead.
Oh,
Here comes the Beastmaster. No,
God.
Gale's gonna drop no roar, and he's gonna save the roar for his teammate. Here, whoa, nice swap out. There's a roar on the Sand King. That might have been a misclick, but that's the wrong target. Necrobook being dropped from both teams here, and I do believe Sand King is gonna get brought off. And the question is, who is gonna focus on the Slaughter? No one focused him just yet. It looks like Invoker is gonna go into Ghost Walk, but he's gonna get picked off. And now Slaughter, he is the man. That's the only man still alive. As he's chasing the Beastmaster. Beastmaster get crushed, amp damage, and that's gonna be a 5-0 team fight, as we saw buyback from Sand King. So 5-1, as Roshan is gonna be spawning back real soon, but I do believe Mineski is gonna be looking for Rax.
One thing that Mineski is good at doing, they're good at baiting.
Yep.
Like, I feel like I have to like make this joke in every single of my casts, but I don't know if it's appropriate for your channel anymore.
Vader.
But they just bait the crap out of the Scourge team. They did something similar that they were sucked into as well as when they ganked that Silver, but they just provided the perfect opportunity. You know, oh, we'll leave Vengeful Spirit by herself in the jungle, seemingly. They have no vision. And the Hawk wasn't fast enough to catch all the vision. We'll just leave her to die. Oh, wait, everything's dead for your team.
Yep, I'm a little bit disappointed on MithTrust so far, as they are going to lose this Rax, but I'm not sure if the game is over just yet. Focus Fire, that quote-unquote useless spell, being very useful in that point.
Said useless ultimate.
Useless spell, taking that Rax, and MithTrust is, Mineski is going to find themselves in a good lead. Again, the late game advantage might still be in the hand of the Scourge, but a Rax is usually something very difficult to come back from. Usually.
Invoker still hasn't finished the BKB. Hyperstone is on the bear. I would have liked to see Silver start. Oh, he has put the armor on his hero, so he almost has AC. And looks like the Scourge, they want to try to get something done, but looks like it might be an elaborate scheme, elaborate trap as Slardar blinks in.
Oh, the team fight is breaking out. Epicenter comes right in. He's gonna kill the blue one. Look at that pure damage. Unfortunately, Crystal Maid is gonna get picked off. That is 2 for nothing. And Mineski, they are not done. There's a swap on the Venomancer. The third kill is gonna be on him. And I do believe this is a top Rax time if they want to choose to go for it. They do have Earn Up. Nope. Yeah, they do have Earn Up with Shadow Demon, so they get some really nice healing going on. And Slaughter is just killing Ziggurats to get some food cap going on, but unfortunately this ain't landed. Yeah, go for that. Go for the other Ziggurat. That's called the Spirit Tower. And they're gonna pick that one off and go for the Rax.
This is the thing you gotta love about these Southeast Asian games. You never know who's gonna win until at least 35 minutes in the game.
Right.
And looks like Mineski just through great positioning, just out-positioning themselves again, maneuvering themselves slowly and essentially into the unsuspecting.
Oh, come on.
MithTrust team.
You don't know who's going to win because you don't know who's going to be out of position. But someone's going to be out of position, right? Or
looks like the entire Scourge team is going to be out of
there
position.
You go.
This time it's a Shackle Shot and
Yo, MithTrust.
Everything.
Why out of position in your fountain?
Why are you such a hater on MithTrust now?
No, I'm not a
just
hater.
hate everything.
I'm just saying they're out of position next to their fountain. Come on, scroll play. That's a pretty good game, man. 55 kills in 40 minutes.
Oh my god, Lunas knows how to do math. That's why he's becoming a teacher.
That's about like 10 times more than kills compared to Chinese games, but it's pretty decent. I gotta say though, Mineski played really well. Not gonna take away from that. My god, did I cast a Mineski game that they won? And it's up on one of the 3 Luminous channels. But I feel like MithTrust, they were out of position in this fight. Silverberg got picked off way too many times. I don't like his item transition either. You said Beastmaster is just holding on to the Necro 2 for a long time. Invoker got really good items. Unfortunately, I don't know if Orchid is the best choice in this game.
I think Invoker really limited himself. We didn't see anything besides EMP Tornado, Cold Snap. Did we see anything else? And Ghost Walk.
Ghost Walk. I did not see a Deafening Blast, nor did I see an Ice Wall, and those spells would be pretty decent against this chasing lineup. But I think the Blink Daggers from the Radiant side, from the Sentinel side, sorry, it's just what killing them. Sand King, Windrunner with the Force Staff, of course, and then the Slaughter Blink. They were able to get off all the initiation. And considering that you have a Beastmaster, you had an Invoker, I think the initiation should be in your hands. But yeah, Mineski kind of just outplaying the MithTrust guys. And this is winner bracket final. So Mineski is going to be going to the grand final. I'm not sure who they're facing against though.
Well, maybe we'll find out later.
Yep. Of course, B-Balling did cast another Mineski game against
Invasion Red. Mountain Dew Code Red, Invasion Team, Invaders in Red.
You can catch that on his channel as well, and be sure to subscribe to B-Balling, as he is, as you could tell, a very good caster. So aside from what was with the laugh?
I just feel like you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I'm not being sarcastic.
And be sure to support Luminous in all his endeavors.
Yes,
because he is Chinese.
That could be a reason, but probably not that reason alone.
It's because he isn't part of the tribes, and if you don't support him, he gonna get you.
Yes. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and as always, B-Balling and Luminous signing off to you guys.